More lavender in my life. Can't get enough of it. It grows so fast. It's like a weed here. And here's the St. John's wort oil update. You can see that it's turned a beautiful ruby red. Pretty impressive, eh? If you don't know what this is, go back and look a couple videos ago. It's St. John's wort healing oil. Spafolado. These two. They're never more than 30 centimeters away from each other. That's how you learn to climb trees. Ooh, Ruby. Maybe Ruby thinks she's a cat. It's spider season. Wherever you look. Okay. You really need to go outside. You're too big. Oh. Long gone. I love spiders. I don't want them, when they're that big, I don't want them in the house. Wonder what happened to this one. It's like he's mummified. I don't like the look at this one. He was all the way down by the bed. Some spiders will never come down. They just stay really high up. This one is very strange. I've never seen one like this. It almost looks like a hornet with legs. It's not even 7 a.m. and I've removed 2 massive spiders from the house. I guess I'll just keep a special glass for spider trapping. I certainly don't want to drink out of the same one. He's not happy. From my kitchen window, I can see that somebody's here from the electrical company. Maybe this is the electricity upgrade I've been waiting for. Let's go check it out. You're a big reggae fan, aren't you? I think this is the last load of acorn I'm going to be able to put on this table before having to start pulling it apart and getting ready for the welder to come and dismantle it. I usually have gloves on, but I got them. Okay, hopefully this, together with what I've been doing the last couple weeks, is enough flour to hold me over while this table is dismantled and moved over to the other location. It's a bit tricky in the middle of this season trying to have enough product, but also make this move. I just went for a big search around the different hardware stores for what I'm looking for to replace the bottom of the table. and I can't find it available on this island, so I'm gonna have to order, which means it might be time to do another round of flour, but we'll see. I think I have enough. I don't want to be caught without product in the middle of this whole transition. Well, I don't see major changes, but this door was closed up as planned. Just come to inspect. Oh, my Ruby, you can come over here. Be careful. So it's good because just the day before yesterday, I had a discussion with the people in charge here about how this needed to be 70 so that I can park my trolleys all along this wall. So that was good. That was kind of one of those just in the nick of time conversations. Try to think of everything when you're building ahead of time so you don't have any mess to clean up. So I see. They put in the brekkie. Above the windows, they put in the lintels. Wonderful. They're finished. They put in this lintel. They poured this lintel. Wonderful. I hope they're coming back tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, something got done. That's good. Step by step. Amazing place. I've never been here. I didn't even know this road continued down here. Wow. So in a video a long time ago, I showed you one of my favorite places for buying screws. We call it the Pays de Vivion, the screw source, the source of screws. They moved, and I'm now going to check out their new source. I hope it's as charming as the old one. I can see how this would be a lot easier to use for the people who are serving customers, but I do miss the old one. It was something else. Good morning. I'm in the big house. I was here just for one night with the monster. I'll be leaving at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So I have a few things I need to do, and I need to actually get moving. I've been watching the news, but now I need to really get my act together. So I need to walk the dog, number one, do some yoga, and then today is the day that I'm finally going to get that wood screen actually bolted onto the galvanized frame so that I can take the wood away that has been holding it up until now. So I'm going to go get dressed, and then we'll get going. Ruby, don't worry, I told you. You're the first thing on the list. Amen. You want to go do your business? I'm not taking Ruby off the leash today because the grasses here are so high and dry, much more so than Cat, actually, drier. And she shoves her nose into everything. And it's a real danger to get these foxtails up her nose and in her ears. So this is going to be a long season of picking dry stuff out of both the dog and the cat. So be it. So that's why I brought the extendable leash, so she can move around a bit. Come on. Let's get out of there. Tifrikis. I've never seen these, but then again, I've never walked around here in the early summertime. Ooh, this is gonna be amazing honey because it's right on the edge of a pine forest. There's nothing like pine honey. I've only had it once from the Boston area. On Kea, the honey is all thyme honey. The beekeepers keep their hives near the areas that are covered in thyme in the springtime. And it's very, very unique. Pine honey is much lighter, and I don't know, it's just a very different thing altogether. I didn't know anything about honey before I moved to Greece and Kea specifically, but it's kind of common knowledge here. Most Greeks, maybe not city Greeks, but rural Greeks and semi-suburban Greeks, they know all about honey. I can see it at the producers markets that we do, and the way people come up and the questions they ask to Nikos, who sells honey right next to me. It's really fascinating. I mean, there's definitely a lexicon that's involved, and people know the difference between good honey and bad honey. And believe me, anything we ate as kids in those plastic bear bottles, remember those, the squeeze top? That's not honey. That was basically caramelized corn syrup. Because one of the most important things is how much and what you feed your bees. If you are constantly dosing your bees with refined white sugar so that they'll produce more and more honey that you can take, you're just basically going to get sugar syrup out of those bees, really low quality. Here, I shouldn't say here, on Kea, I don't know about here, on Kea, there's, that's totally frowned upon. Some people feed their bees over winter, but it's usually not necessary. And the honey, for that reason, is just an entirely different thing. It's thick and full of flavor and aroma, and very, very therapeutic and medicinal. I actually put it on my wounds last week. I was kind of feeling desperate, and it didn't hurt. I don't know if it helped, but it's supposed to be antiseptic, and it's supposed to aid in wound healing. So let's see. I got some very pure honey from Nico, and I'll try again. The poles have been upgraded to cement because they're fireproof. This is a protected pine forest, and I'm just laughing because despite everything being updated on the pole, it still uses very old glass technology, I see. Okay, walk done, yoga done, breakfast eaten, time to get in the back garden. And then hopefully I have time to wash the dog as well because she is really gross. She's yellow. Goodness. I cannot tell if these trees are alive or not. I think the left one is probably okay and the right one needs to be replaced. But on the other hand, the left one down low doesn't look at all healthy. I don't know. I just have to wait and see, I guess. Just keep watering and hope for the best. This is just a test to see if it can work with these screws. It's gonna improve my muscles. Well, that's a shame because I don't seem to have the right tool in order to get the screws through the galvanized steel. Strange. The first 3 went in beautifully like butter. But the next ones wouldn't go in without stripping the screw. So I'll have to go to the hardware store and get more guidance. My big cactus has a flower. Oh, that's nice. Happy cactus. Well, I had to uproot this cypress tree, sadly, but that is good news for the trees over here because I had so many watering points in this bit here that the water wasn't traveling on to the next plants. So, although it's very sad to see the cypress died, at least I can rectify the situation for the other plants for a while. That's much better. Final point where water comes out, and nothing was coming out before. So now that I've closed up those 3 big ones, these get watered. It may look like it was salvageable, but it wasn't. I did the scratch test on the trunk and it was completely dried out. And when I dug it up, I realized the roots had not connected at all with the surrounding earth. But I have quite a bit of hope for this one. It's starting to green out. This was the stronger tree of the 2 from the very beginning. And in the autumn, which is the proper time to plant, this is not the proper time to plant in the Mediterranean, I will replace this one and I will bring a 3rd one. So this one just has to make it through this first summer, and then it will have some companions. I just turned this cactus around recently, and this space was over there. Every time I do that, it walks over to the other side. It's amazing how much this cactus is able to actually shift in the pot. We're talking like 12 centimeters. I'd love to put a time lapse on it, watch it move. And the citrus are looking amazing. This is a hybrid lemon and bitter orange, and that's bitter orange. They just look amazing. They've been through so much during the building process. And to see them thriving and looking so beautiful, it just, such a pleasure. I have been pruning them throughout the building process just to try to keep the damage to a minimum, but they really did go through a lot. Okay, well, mission not accomplished, unfortunately. Not this time. I don't have enough time today, but it's okay. At least I started to attack the problem, and I don't know what's wrong. I actually don't know how to solve it, and I don't have time to go to the hardware store to learn. I could go online. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go on YouTube and see if there's any information. To be continued. Unfortunately, I just can't take the time now to do the back fence. I don't have that many hours. I did just wash the dog, and now I really need to go water the bougainvillea because it's getting out of control and it's really dry. I'm gonna have to get back up there and get that out of the roof again. My plan is to be here for a week in about 10 days because there are definitely a lot of jobs that need to get done. One of them is taking those branches out of the roof once again because they caused leakages last winter. So I have to get up on a ladder and do that one day. It's getting really hot now. So you want to do those kind of jobs before 9 a.m. I'm starting to regret my choice of bush on the border of my back garden. And it was kind of a hasty choice, and it was at a nursery that wasn't really explaining things to me. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Planted is this, and what I want is something more like this. This is a kind of a stiff velvety leaf. It's beautiful. It's got a nice sort of gray green shade. The one I have, just like these here, it just doesn't look great. That was a really quick trip to this side. Only 30 hours, but I got everything done that I needed to get done. And I plan to be back in about 10 days, and the next time I'll be able to stay for 5 or 6. I can't remember exactly what I've scheduled, but you know, now it's the full summer season. It's very difficult. Past that. It's very difficult to get away from the island for more than a night or two. And because I knew it was going to be a short trip, I didn't take the cat. I miss her terribly when I don't have her with me. I worry about her, which is silly because she's a cat and she's been an indoor-outdoor cat since she was a kitten. Sometimes she goes missing for 2, 3, and one time 5 days. So I have nothing to worry about. She had bowls full of food and water. What do you think? I'm pretty sure the KI kitchen build is going to speed up exponentially pretty soon. So please subscribe if you're not already to keep up with that. And I always appreciate your likes, your comments, your hypes, and all the rest. Take care. Have a great week.